After hearing the stories of the last mission trip that the people came back from church and gave their testimonies about what happened in Honduras, Joy and I both had a strong feeling from the Holy Spirit that we needed to take our family on a mission trip. The whole thing was, we couldn't afford to go to Honduras. That was the big thing, but we were going to trust in God to do so. Through my job, I was blessed with a little bit of a bonus over the past year, and Joy and I immediately decided we were going to put that money aside to help pay for our tickets to Honduras. A few things fell into place, and I was like, oh, well, we're going to get there, but I kind of felt it was on my own merit because I did a good job at work and all these other things, and that's why I deserved that bonus, and that's how I was going to put it towards Honduras. But my truck broke down unexpectedly, and when I took it to get fixed, the price was exactly the same price as what I had saved up from my job to go to Honduras. When the bill came in for what my truck needed, and it was the exact amount, it was definitely filled with disappointment immediately, and like, oh great, we had it all together. And looking back, it was more like I had it all together, and it wasn't what I felt that God was trying to teach me anyway from the beginning, to fully rely on Him in every situation, and even with money. The big story from the last time they went was the big Pila, how they're going to move it, how are they going to put it in place, and the doubts that come along with that. And I mean, we're all human, we all have doubts. When it looks like it's going to take something supernatural, sometimes we don't think it's going to happen. So Joy and I prayed about it, and we sent out those letters for some support. Basically, it was a letter asking for prayer support, and then if anybody would like to financially support. It is an expensive trip. We started to plan that we weren't going to get it, and it kind of like was that creeping in, like I got to do something on my own power again, feeling. And before that feeling came to full circle, that was it. It was over. And God was like, just step back. I got this, I mean, I'm an all-powerful God. I can do whatever I want. And He did. We were X amount of dollars short at one point, and we felt like we kind of were at the point where everyone who had we sent a letter to had given, and that we were going to have to come up with the rest of it. Lo and behold, somebody that we forgot we sent a letter to came up with the exact amount that we needed left to cover the rest of the plane tickets to get there, and so we were fully funded to go, with everything all included. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, when the money comes in, that's when reality sets in, right? You're going. When everything's set to go, and then all of a sudden you're a couple weeks away from going, and it's going to happen. There's a certain amount of, oh my goodness, now what? Now we're actually going. We're doing this, So we're just hoping, that God uses us in a mighty way, and teaches us something that'll last for a lifetime, So that's what the hope is. If God tells you to do something, do it, and then trust Him to see it through to the end. You don't have to do it on your own power. You don't have to do it, you don't have to, you just have to say yes, and He takes care of the rest, and there may be stumbles along the way, and don't let them get you down. Don't let it take your heart. Know that it's God trying to teach you something, and He sees the end. We don't see the end. That's the whole point. There's a million things that happen in life that you can't explain, and you can't see how it would be a part of God's will, but He thinks about it in an eternal way and the eternal effect. And you better believe that He has an eternal result that is for your best and for the best of the people you love. And those are His promises, and you hang on to those promises. God is going to use this trip to change our lives forever. My name is Mike Crable. I encourage everyone to share their testimony and post it at #MyStoneStory, because we overcome through the power of the blood and the strength of our testimonies.